feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 134.5 pounds, making his amateur debut with Steel Fist Fight Night, doing it for the Pit SLC. Let's hear it for Kevin Guo.
All right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have Kevin Guo walking out right now. He stands 5 foot 7 inches tall. He weighed in at 134.5 pounds. This guy has a record of 0-0-0. What does that mean?
One of those O's has got to go.
And he is from the Pit SLC. What do we know about that?
The Pit SLC, you've got head coach Ramsey Najim out there putting on the Vaseline right now. If you don't know who Ramsey Najim is, obviously you haven't been watching UFC.
No, you haven't.
In probably the last, 6 years or so, 7 years. He's been in the game for a while. A very high-level Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt and MMA competitor.
Yes.
And, just a great gym with great coaches, with a great group of guys that are out there training. So a good staple of fighters to work with.
Well, and Kevin looks like he's in great shape out there.
Oh, yeah. Well, he does look like he's in great shape, and you know he's getting in some great training and some great sessions working with those guys and getting the sparring and everything in to get ready for this fight. So when we talked earlier about how Steel Fist makes matchups that look great on paper, just because we've got a fighter that's got 3 fights versus a guy that's got 0, that is not a mix. That's not a mismatch on paper, because while Kevin might not have any fights yet, he's definitely training with a good group of people that make it so that he's on par with whatever he's stepping in the cage with.
Exactly. So, these guys are at equal competition, going out there, going to test each other's skill and see who wins.
Yep, and Dave Sully said brings these guys to the center of the cage and gives them some last-minute instructions like we talked about, back of the neck, back of the head, and then make it a clean fight, and now we're going to see some action.
Sounds good to me. Both intent, both ready to go.
Nice touch of the gloves.
Nice
I really
Kevin.
I was going to say, I really like how Kevin came in right to the center there, ready to go.
Well, John's right at it, trying to get that takedown. All over that single leg, switching to a double.
Kevin's doing a great job defending against this takedown. John's got that leg in. He's got it nice and high, and he's doing a great job. But, man, Kevin is really defending this thing.
He is.
Wow, even the little spin move right there that you saw John do, changing the angle.
But he stuck with it. He got the trip.
Well, he had to switch it up. He went in for the body lock instead of going for the leg.
I love how we stay on top of it.
I like how he transitioned.
Tenacity.
Yes, well, and he transitioned from, all right, the single leg isn't working. Let's change the angle, and got him with that body lock.
Great move from John. Great determination. Now let's see what he can do from this position. Because, Kevin's no slouch. You can definitely see that. Look, he's getting right back to his feet right now.
Kevin's doing a great job scrambling, gets on his feet, and starts landing some big hands.
This is a great fight, ladies and gentlemen.
This is outstanding. And obviously, John didn't like those shots. Kevin wasn't controlling enough right there when he was in that top position. He wanted to just punch in the face, which is it's a good tactic.
Yeah, hey.
Unfortunately,
it's kind of fun.
Yeah, unfortunately, it wasn't a good enough tactic to keep John from standing up. And then immediately John went and put him against the cage, and right now you're seeing a nice grappling match on their feet on cage control.
Beautiful knee by John. Looks like he's trying to get back to that single, but again, Kevin is no slouch.
Nice. Several knees to the midsection. Then Kevin throws one right back.
Hearing the coaches in John's corner telling him breathe, relax.
Ooh, nice strike off of the breakup.
It does not deter Kevin. Kevin steps forward.
Now Kevin's looking very intent on moving forward with this. And I like the way he's coming in. He's throwing the leg kicks. He's throwing those jabs. He's moving in methodically.
Well, it looks like that's kind of his style. Forward.
Ooh, nice jab.
Those jabs have been working nice all night long.
Well, they're clean. They're right down the middle, and they're effective.
But John's doing enough to change that, to change the distance. Right now, he's staying in the striking range. He's getting cracked a little bit. Prior to that, he'd been pushing that pace.
Ooh, nice counter by Kevin, landing off of the barely a miss from John Smith, and Kevin just countered with that nice cross there.
You hear the 10-second click. Rounds it out.
Dave
over.
is ready to stand there. Dave's right there waiting to put that hand in between these guys. All right, Ryan, you keep asking me what I think of these fights, man. What are you thinking right now at the end of that first round? Who do you think won that round?
That's a very tough round. You're giving me a tough one here now.
Yeah, that's the whole point of the show is tough rounds to judge, right? We want to see fights that are entertaining and that are showcasing everybody's skill set.
So you're saying I'm being a baby.
Yeah, quit complaining.
Okay. So I would honestly say I would give the round to John because we did get some of that takedown and some control more on the ground.
Okay.
Other than that, I do think Kevin had some great striking.
Yes.
If you took that takedown out of the way, and if it was just Kevin seemed to be coming on and striking more later.
Right. Well, I think that Kevin forced that takedown. I think Kevin started landing some strikes, and it caused John to really quickly go for that takedown attempt. And I think that Kevin scrambling up and then ending that scramble in a dominant position, landing strikes. And then once they were both on their feet, when you look at how the round just kind of continued to develop, I think that Kevin did enough to win that fight, or win that round. But again, the thing when it comes to judges, one, we don't always see eye to eye with the judges. And just like with this one, we didn't see eye to eye with this round.
Exactly.
So,
nice
exchange.
Closing
Great
that distance.
exchange, and as John was closing that distance, throwing the shots, you had Kevin firing right back.
Exactly. I mean,
nice right by Kevin.
Kevin looks really good.
Ooh, Kevin's hands are very impressive. He's countering on John's shots progressively.
He's very clean.
John throws that right uppercut. Kevin lands a left hook. It's impressive, the counter punching and just the clean striking that we're seeing out of Kevin Go right now.
And again, the patience that he has.
Yes.
I mean, we talked about some of the nervous energy that we would see in some of the earlier fights. And this is a little bit different.
Ooh,
again,
nice slip. Kevin landed another left.
He too has no fights, but you're seeing a lot different of a demeanor.
Ooh, big right hand by Kevin Go. And Dave's not going to stop this. John does not have a mouthpiece, and that big right knocked the mouthpiece out of John Smith. And Dave said he's going to wait till there's a lull in the action to break them up. He's not going to get in the middle of this exchange right now.
He almost did for a second.
And as soon as he's about to do it, you see Kevin land a shot, and he's like, nope, I'm going to wait. You got to give the fighters an opportunity to fight.
Well, and that's what he's doing. He's waiting for a kind of, like you said, a lull in the action.
Exactly.
To say, okay, I'm not going to give anybody a superior or get rid of anybody's superior.
You don't want
to
take an advantage or give an advantage.
Yes.
And with John right now putting Kevin against the cage, obviously that takes John out of that danger zone with not having the mouthpiece. So he's not going to take away this dominant grappling against the cage right now for John either.
No. Well, he's not complaining about it right now.
No.
If he wanted to, he could say mouthpiece, and I bet you Dave would stop it right there. Let him go ahead.
And now we're seeing a lull in the action. He's going to get that mouthpiece back in. All right. Reset.
There we go. So I got a question. Are you a water on the mouthpiece guy, or do you just put it right back in like that?
I'm a germaphobe, Ryan.
So you're a water on the mouthpiece guy.
In a fight, I would put it back in every time.
Okay.
If I have the option, it's getting Listerine, not water. But
well, I've seen people ask to get it rinsed off. And sometimes it's a tactic to get a little bit of extra time as well.
Yeah. But the referee doesn't have to give you that.
No, they do not.
Nice little exchanges again.
See, look at that. I mean, come in, strike, keeps that distance. Even as John's coming in, he maintains his distance, and he's right back out.
Nice push kick by John, and That was a great second round. Now, this is one of those fights where it has been back and forth for these guys. I think that Kevin has been the dominant fighter. This is obviously my opinion, not necessarily everybody else's. I think that Kevin has been the dominant fighter in terms of striking and shots landed.
Yes.
He's counterpunched and he's thrown off of the slip and landed more shots that have done more damage in this fight than what John has done. But at the same time, John is fighting a really good fight so far.
Yes, I mean, I give that round right there to Kevin. I mean, Kevin's got superior striking, it looks like.
Yes.
He's very clean, very advanced. He's looking great.
Yes.
I mean, even right there in the corner, you saw him looking nice.
He
calm,
still looks composed going into the third round, yes.
I mean, still has his breath underneath him, just listening to Ramsey.
That replay right there, that's what I'm talking about, where John pushes in on that push kick with that front leg, and you've got Kevin landing one right there. You got John throwing that kick, and then you got Kevin coming across with a right hook. I mean, those shots that Kevin is throwing have just been very impressive and very well timed.
Well, and he's done a very good job trying to avoid that takedown. You know, John had his best, I guess, results as he was closing that distance and putting pressure on.
Yes, or controlling against the cage.
Yes, as we step back out here into the striking battle, that's where you're starting to see Kevin start to take away and kind of take this fight off under his own course.
Absolutely. Ooh, nice. Ooh, nice counter kick there.
Catch the kick, throw it aside.
You know, usually you see someone catch the kick, throw the punch. I like seeing him catch the kick, throw the kick. A little unorthodox, but I like it. Ooh, nice.
Yeah, look at that. See, body shot. He went to the
body shot,
then to the head with the left hand.
Yeah, with that light hook on the left.
Beautiful.
I mean, I'm sure it didn't feel light on the face, but it wasn't with a full body mechanic left hook. He wasn't rotating through. He just kind of looped it out there after the body shot, and it landed very well.
Yes, I mean, you got him to drop the hands when he hit to the body and came right back upstairs.
And what I'm liking out of John is, you know, Kevin throws these awesome combos or these nice push kick by John. I was going to say, you see Kevin land these combos or throw these combos, and immediately off of it, you're seeing John's throwing back, too.
Well, he is.
He's not just taking anything. He's giving as much as he's getting. It's just whether or not they're landing.
John's definitely a brawler. He's definitely a fighter. I mean, he looks good. He's just going against a guy that's got some very, very good striking.
Absolutely.
I mean, very confident. And then John's a stud, but Kevin's looking really good.
Kevin's doing a good job slipping inside of that reach advantage that John has.
Now,
but I do like that John's doing a great job, too. He's pushing out with that push kick as soon as an exchange is over to reset that distance.
Now, I would like to see Kevin do a bit more. I think John's doing a bit more this round, and Kevin hasn't done as much this round as I've seen him do in other rounds. So, if I was in his corner, I would be telling him to be a bit more active.
Maybe throw more than 3-shot combos like that leg kick, right cross leg kick.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, that was pretty nice.
That one was beautiful.
And again, what I'm really enjoying about these guys is they're not just kind of waiting for something. They're both moving back and forth. They're both initiating shots.
Well, they're both trying to figure out how to get in and how to land these strikes on each other.
Yes. John landing another push kick. Yes. 10 seconds out.
And John,
nice.
Superman right hand, it looked like.
Yeah. Little different than a regular Superman punch, the way he threw it with the hook, but that was still great. He tried to close the distance and start throwing something at the end of that fight. Great way to end a fight.
Yes. I mean, that was a beautiful performance. I mean, there you go. I mean, John Smith doesn't, hey, this guy did great. But
and I like that sportsmanship right there. Both of these guys had good attitudes coming into the cage. They went the distance, and they had great attitudes at the end of the fight.
Well, you can definitely see Ramsey came in with a huge smile on his face. They're pretty confident over there in that corner.
Yeah, honestly, you can't be a coach in this fight and come out upset about the way that your guy performed, because both of these guys put in a tremendous amount of heart, technique, and skill in this fight. So great job by both these guys. I think we just need to take it to the cage and find out who won.
Sounds good to me.
Another one going to the judges. We're making the judges work tonight, man. Talk about it. Who do you think got it? Was it the red corner, John Smith? Was it the black corner, Kevin Guo? Guess what? We don't care what you think. It's all what the judges saw. So thanks for playing along. We appreciate it, but we got professionals scoring it for us. And an amateur announcing it, so you never know how it's going to turn out. I have the answers to the test. Gentlemen, if we can get both fighters to the center of the ring, please. Both fighters to the center. Do me a favor, gang. Make some noise for both these warriors putting in the work tonight. Your score is as follows. Rich Montanez with a score of 30-27. Bridget Mora with a score of 29-28. Jeff Dutcher with a score of 30-27. Your winner by unanimous decision, out of the black corner, Kevin Guo.
All right, I'm here with your winner, Kevin Guo. Dude, that was a great fight. That was your first fight ever, and you went all 3 rounds. How are you feeling right now?
Feeling good. I think there's a lot I can still work on, but that's what we're training for, right?
Absolutely, man. Did anything happen in that fight that caught you off guard?
His takedown game was definitely better than I thought. He put in a lot of work, I can tell. But I think at the end of the day, I fell back to what I was good at, was striking.
Oh, your hands look phenomenal, man. Is there anyone you want to thank tonight?
I wanted to thank my team, the Pit SLC, first and foremost. They really helped me through every little bit of this. My work to them. My team, they're watching Michigan. They helped me out while I was in school over there, and they helped me train as well. I just want to give them a shout out because I know they're watching. All my friends and my family. My mother's not here, but I know she's supporting me no matter what.
Outstanding, man. Are you going to come back and do this for us again?
Of course. Anytime I'm at school, if I'm training, hit me up. I'm here.
All right, man. Well, we can't wait to see you come back and do this again. Everyone give it up for your winner, Kevin Guo.